In the quiet town of Briarwood, nestled deep within a forest that whispered ancient secrets, stood an old, decrepit mansion known as Blackthorn Manor. Its stone walls, cloaked in ivy, seemed to absorb the sunlight rather than reflect it, casting perpetual shadows around its grounds. Legend had it that the manor was cursed, a place where the veil between the living and the dead was said to be thinnest. Stories whispered of disappearances, of eerie lights seen flickering in the windows long after the last resident had left, and of a chilling presence that chilled the very marrow of those who dared to approach. One fateful autumn evening, a group of thrill-seeking teenagers decided to test their courage. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, they dared each other to spend the night within the mansion's walls. Sarah, the bravest of the group, or perhaps the most foolhardy, led the way, her steps echoing on the creaking floorboards as they ventured deeper into the darkness. As the hours crawled by, the air grew colder, and shadows danced like specters along the walls. Whispers echoed in the stairwells, and doors slammed shut of their own accord. Each member of the group tried to convince themselves it was just their imagination, but doubt gnawed at their resolve. In the dead of night, a blood-curdling scream shattered the uneasy silence. They found Jake, pale and trembling, staring wide-eyed at a mirror in one of the dimly lit rooms. His reflection had twisted into a grotesque visage, mocking his terror. No one could explain how it happened, and no one dared to look into that mirror again. The hours stretched on, time becoming an enemy as they realized they were not alone. Footsteps echoed where no feet tread, and a spectral figure drifted through the halls, its presence suffocatingly heavy with malevolence. Each member of the group felt its icy breath on their necks, heard its raspy whispers in their ears. Desperate to escape, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber in the basement, a room adorned with arcane symbols and candles flickering with unnatural flames. Within a circle of salt, they found an ancient tome, pages yellowed with age and inked with forbidden knowledge. As they pored over the words, the air grew thick with dread. The mansion seemed to shudder around them, its very foundation groaning in protest against the incursion of the living. Shadows coalesced into sinister forms, reaching out with cold fingers that brushed against their skin. In a final act of desperation, they attempted to perform a ritual to banish the malevolent force haunting Blackthorn Manor. But something went terribly wrong. The walls trembled violently, and the air grew thick with the stench of decay. The mansion itself seemed to devour them, its hunger insatiable for the souls of the living foolish enough to disturb its slumber. When the dawn finally broke, a passerby noticed the crumbling facade of Blackthorn Manor standing ominously among the trees. They say the mansion swallowed those brave souls whole, their fate forever entwined with the cursed halls. To this day, no one ventures near Blackthorn Manor, for fear of awakening what lies within, or worse, becoming its next victim.